Alright, I haven't been having any problems with that lately. Hollow Knight Silksong. Still doesn't feel real that this game's even out. It still just hasn't even felt real for me. Shit.
Yes, Cano. Yes.
Dude, how many hits does it take to kill that thing? Dude, oh my god. This is why I hate flying enemies. They're always just the most annoying ones. The track back is always so annoying. get back with me. Dude, you mind fucking the hell off? Dude, I hate having no double jump. Dude, what the fuck? How was it hitting me? Also, how come every time I jump I have to redo my dash? Like every time I jump onto a ledge I have to restart my dash. I feel like if I'm holding it down it should just go automatically. Maybe it's for like platforming later on. What the fuck? Could I not use my goddamn fucking spell? Oh my god. That's shitty design. I hate these guys. Dude, oh my god. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the healing system in this game is absolute shit. Like, it's absolutely fucking shit. There's no reason why I should have to charge up that much just to heal 3 fucking masks. Like, for that much charging up, I better be able to fucking restore all of my goddamn health. Not just 3 fucking masks. And why is there no option for literally just restoring fucking just partial HP? And not just using all, not just doing all 3 masks. Like the 3 mask thing, fine, I can work with that. But no partial healing? It's just either all or nothing. That's just shitty design. It's not extra challenge, it's really just shitty design. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like, oh yeah, it's really cool extra challenge that the developers added in to make the game just that little bit amount harder. It's just the game not being built well. Which is shitty because this game really is built well in most aspects. It's just that fucking healing system. I feel like they could have definitely reworked that if they stick closer to something like what Hollow Knight did, where you just fight a bit and you can restore just a tiny bit of health. Also, if they fixed that kind of stuff happening, like, why the hell does that happen? I feel like an enemy, while I'm attacking them, shouldn't be able to just move freely. Unless they're, like, especially large. But something as small as these guys shouldn't be able to move that way. Also, the sounds they make are atrocious, and I hate them. I love taking damage to just random fucking bullshit RNG. That's definitely a newer issue. Considering Hollow Knight didn't have that issue, I wonder what led to that issue being a thing. Because, yeah, it wasn't an issue before. Hollow Knight never had this issue before. I get that's a different game, but it's a different game that's supposed to be played similarly to Hollow Knight. What? Dude. Yeah, I hope they fix that. Because hitting enemies is supposed to give you knockback. Like, you can clearly see it gives you knockback. I hit that guy and it gave me no knockback. And because this game plays so differently from Hollow Knight, because for some fucking reason, yeah, that's what we need in a sequel. A game that plays almost completely differently when it comes to the combat. Freaking, the no knockback isn't a good thing because the game just lets you keep moving fucking forward without pushing the enemy back at all. Really? The fact that there should definitely be some sort of targeting for the downward hit, because of the fact that it's not, because of the fact that it's angled, it doesn't give you nearly as much control as you had in Hollow Knight. So they definitely should add like some sort of aim assist to that. Or just streamline the combat a bit more, make it feel a bit more lively. So that's just my opinion, and like, it's still easy to use without that aim assist, but like some of these attacks that I feel like they should be hitting just fine, either just don't go far enough for some fucking reason, even though they are fully within range, or just kind of feel really wonky. Like, the game's good, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely having issues. Like that. No reason why my nail shouldn't have hit that guy when he jumped at me. Well, that guy was wrong. Some guy on the Discord server told me to, like, do that kind of strafing. And that was just straight up wrong, considering that kind of strafing just sucks. Also, this game could really benefit from directional attacks. Like, not just the side attacks, but, you know, like, something like Desolate Dive would be pretty cool for this game, like, especially for this game. Something like a Bishop Streak though, if you since it seems that they're going a lot more heavy on air enemies for some reason. I think it's to show off Hornet's combat more, honestly, because a lot of her combat is air oriented. But yeah, again, it's that thing with the frickin' downwards attack to straight up not having any proper aim assist. So it just feels like attacks that should hit, should absolutely without a doubt be hitting, don't even get close. Also, a lack of charms. At least from what I can tell, there's no charms in this game. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about the gadget system, but the lack of charms in this game definitely doesn't feel right. Like, without a doubt, doesn't feel right, even remotely. I'll have to keep playing and see what they do. But it does kind of feel like... It does kind of feel like the game's a little bit off without like a charm system. The red storm, press button. Oh, speak of the devil. Well, that's definitely kind of a shitty game design. Like, not meaning to be rude here, but you're not able to just quick swap them. I feel like that'd be a very welcome ability to just quick swap, that kind of stuff. Like it is Team Cherry's game, but like I feel like quick swapping stuff is just something that's just kind of a part of any game of this genre. Give me that. No more. It'll probably be left up to modders to fix that. Or at least like implement some sort of system that would definitely make the game be a lot more streamlined. Because yeah, no, lack of quick swapping in a game like Silksong is kind of insane. I mean, well, it's kind of Silksong, a game where you're playing as Hornet, someone who just has all these cool abilities and shit. I definitely feel like part of this game should be the ability to quick swap abilities, like a keybind that will just quick swap them. Oh, well met, traveler. Looking for a drink or a rest, or both?
That's fine.
Yeah, greeting, good bug. The warmth of your hearth is welcome upon these wet plains. Aye, it's a damp climb through these parts. Used to just be pilgrims trekking my way. Odd times these are, and you ain't even that strange shell. And you ain't even the strangest shell wandering about. Rowdy old warrior stopped through not too long ago. Caused quite a scene. Now a young lass is taking up lodge at the top of in my top room. The last mentioned she's on the lookout for a sharp type like yourself. Maybe pay her a visit if you haven't already. Oh, sweet surprise for new. You are adult, yes? Fully grown? Ready to hunt?
Hironare.
Certainly, I am no child, young one.
Omo.
Perfect then. You must ask a wish. Or would you see... For her, you would seek from many fabulous bugs and cut them. Cut them with your blade, cut them with your mature spirit, cut them with your savage adult heart.
No.
Would you help New? Could you take her scroll and fill this page with the learnings of your cuts? I think I just go around killing.
No, Ushino.
Ooh, Ma. You make New happy. Hunt down these creatures of this land and record them in the scroll.
Miofene?
Learning about the land's inhabitants is worthwhile. Undertaking, perhaps. A worthwhile undertaking. Perhaps you are more grown than you realize now.
No.
Why, such delicious praise will make New shrivel. Go now, hunt and pray, and begin our learnings.
Nusla.
That definitely should have been a parry there. I really like the setting for this game, though. I think it's really cool and really nice change of pace from the dark confines of Hollow Nest. The game definitely does feel a bit iffy in some places. Not like iffy, like it's bad, but like some things could definitely have been executed better. But honestly, it's better than literally almost any game we've gotten out of any AAA studio within the past like 3 years, so I'm happy. Ooh. Those are cool. I hope there is some way we can passively generate silk, though. Because, yeah, an ability like that would be really cool. What the fuck was that? Bench? Anywhere? Go for some more benches. That's another thing, like, I like the benches system, I really like it, actually. I just don't like how uncommon they are, like, not uncommon, but more like, you get damage at all, it's a long trek to the next bench. You know, something about the Bell Beast gives me an impression that the only reason why they made it that way was because they found a really cool sound they liked. You're just like, what does this remind us of? Ooh, bells. And then just made a whole fucking monster based off of that, like a whole animal based off of that. That was mildly irritating. And this time I'll head over this way. I wish there were benches at these stations. I don't know why they put a boss in an area with no bench nearby. I mean, the track back here isn't too bad, but it's just kind of like, why? Yeah, I just killed him. That was stupid of me. Wish there was an actual bench close by, though. First impressions of the game so far, it's good. It's really fucking good. Like, I have no doubt in my mind this is going to be Game of the Year winner. This is going to be the Game of the Year. This game's, like, better than anything I've played this year. But most things I've played this year were kind of shit. Like, most new games that came out this year were kind of shit. Most of them were honestly just porn games. But, like, you know... I really just lost all that. Really just lost all that money. Because for some reason, the fastest route there, the game decided to put a fucking tall-ass enemy that you can't jump over. Yeah, I will also say this, it definitely seems to me like Team Cherry really didn't think through, like, quite a few routes. Like, someone thought putting this thing down here was a good idea. Someone also thought that doing no benches close by to this thing was also a good idea. Which, like, don't get me wrong, I don't really have a problem with that. I'm all for making games hard again. Because, you know, if you're hard, you're hard. But I do have a problem with fully designed routes. And that's what that was. It's not a bad game, not even remotely. Not gonna say that for even 1 second that this game is shit at all. Like I've said before, this is probably the best game that's gonna come out this year. Unless we somehow get frickin' Kingdom Hearts 4, and even then, I don't know if Kingdom Hearts 4 will be that good considering, Disney. I definitely don't like that it's this early on into the game. Like, it's legitimately, like, this fucking early in the game. And we're already having enemies that do double damage. Like, come on, did they really think about that at all? Like Hollow Knight, you didn't get to double damage enemies until I think City of Tears. Especially not enemies like this. Like definitely not enemies that are actually challenging until definitely later on. They also really need to redo the hitboxes, like for the needle, I mean. The needle's hitbox feels too small. That way everything else's hurt box is way too large. I feel like if they just made the needle's hit range a little bit larger, it definitely would work out better. Because, you know, it's a needle. It's supposed to be long, except this thing's hit range is, I think, shorter than the nails. Definitely feels shorter than the nails. So unless there's a way to actually expand its hit range, I don't really see why they made it so short. Like, those shouldn't have been... Those shouldn't have been hurts. Like, those shouldn't... I shouldn't have taken damage with those. Why did I do that? I think another thing is that for some reason all of Hornet's air attacks feel like they're being angled downwards. So whenever I do hit something, it just forces me into them rather than away from them, which should not be how it's designed. That doesn't make any sense. And it wouldn't let me jump there for some reason. Yeah, they really... There's only like one thing I'm really hoping they do, and that's actually make a way for the needle to not be so pathetic. Because I know you can upgrade it. They wouldn't have the needle in the inventory unless you could fucking upgrade it. But I mean its range. Its range is legitimately pathetic. Why is this game so fucking loud? I need to turn down fucking... Like, the needle's range is legitimately, like, actually pathetic. And I feel like that shouldn't be the case with a fucking needle. Also, ledge grab is kind of shit at times. This would be really easy fixes, by the way. Like, this would just be stuff that's like, you know... just expand the needle's hitbox by, like, you know... 3 fucking centimeters. Probably even less, honestly. But, like, the point is, like, it's really fucking easy to fix this shit. This game's built in Unity, which makes it really easy to edit hitboxes and stuff. So you just rebuild the game, but you just freaking not rebuild the game. Well, I guess technically you would have to rebuild the game because every time you update a game, you have to rebuild it. Especially in Unity, you can't just update specific pack files. You have to rebuild all the assets into like bundles and shit. But it wouldn't be too hard to just make it so that the needle's range is just like a tad bit further so it stops you from taking damage when you're supposed to be parrying something. That literally just that tiny bit of range would fix that. Not like these are hard things to fix, they're just things that would make the game slightly easier and feel a bit more balanced. Also, if the telegraphs were actually more clear, because this thing's telegraphs are so annoying. Yeah, legitimately, these things telegraphs are absolute shit. I don't know what they were trying to do with it, but like, I can certainly say this is one of my least favorite bosses so far. Because his telegraphs are just bad. I'm not even upset about that, because like, you know, I can just eventually get it down. But I feel like something that's very clear in Hollow Knight is supposed to be telegraphs. You can tell what attack's gonna come if you read the actual telegraph for it. The telegraph is just the animation, the wind-up animation for the attack. This game doesn't have many telegraphs for enemies like this. Just smaller enemies that just kind of randomly show up. Like, this game legit has, like, almost no telegraphs for those things. Especially because it's telegraphed for the dash. Like, it's telegraphed for the, dash attack, and the telegraph for the other one. Like, the telegraph for the slash attack. Those look too fucking similar. I get there's only so much you can do with it, but maybe you could make the dash one. Maybe you could make the dash one have a more clear sign to it. Where anyone who actually hears me criticizing anything about the game will be like, oh no, this game's perfect, you just need to get good. Like, dude. Something I'm gonna say I don't really like about the Hollow Knight community is that so many of them are obsessed with just saying get good as a response to any valid criticism. Is Hollow Knight a perfect game? No, not even close. It is so far from perfect. It's a fucking mess. And is Silksong a perfect game? Not even close. It has its problems. Thing is, it's still a fun game. Still a fun game, and what pisses me off because the game's gameplay at points is kind of just shit, and some of its designs are just absolute fucking dog shit. That doesn't change the fact that I'm genuinely enjoying the game. The game's a good game, but like, if anyone tries to criticize it, Hollow Knight players are just, a lot of Hollow Knight players, especially people on the Discord server, are just going to say get good as a response, and that's not a response. That's not a response to actual criticism. From someone who actually plays the games and actually, like, you know, enjoys the games. Get good is not a fucking response to someone bringing up the fact that Hollow Knight's an insanely unbalanced game. And it doesn't absolve Team Cherry of any responsibility for not putting the game out in a state to where it's actually balanced. Is the game unplayable? No. The game's freaking amazing. But that doesn't absolve it from the fact that it's still an unbalanced mess. That sometimes will just straight up not work as intended. And that's just par for the course with these kind of games. These kind of games, like indie games, they don't have entire studios of people testing them. They have developers, they have like very few, sometimes just one developer testing them. And they're like, oh yeah, we understand the mechanics of the game really well, so surely everyone else will. But the problem is, no, people won't. People won't understand the mechanics for the game as well as the developers, because the developers are the ones who made it. The developers are always going to be the best players of the game. Problem is, when Hollow Knight players hear that, oh hey, someone criticized an actual valued criticism of Hollow Knight, and this goes for a lot of fans of like a lot of really popular games. Whenever someone makes an actual criticism, the response to it is usually not an actual response, but it's rather just hoping. Like, oh yeah, your favorite game's totally perfect. Yeah, Subnautica is totally a perfect game. No. Subnautica is my favorite game? Not even close to perfect. That game is a fucking mess. Hollow Knight's one of my favorite games of all time. Like, it's absolutely a beautiful fucking game. And it's made extremely well. Doesn't change the fact that it's a complete and utter mess at points. When it comes to like balancing anything to do with the Pantheons, they literally put Zote in Pantheon 3. Like, that's not balance there. like, I'm sorry to say this to anyone who genuinely loves this game without any sort of actual reason, but this game's not perfect. And that's okay. If it were perfect, I wouldn't like it as much. Like, I probably wouldn't even play the game if it was perfect. Because the thing about playing indie games is you expect them to be complete messes that are insanely unbalanced and insanely fucking hard. That's the beauty of indie games. They're not fucking trying to meet the most amount of people as possible. They're just trying to be fun. But there's a certain point where, like, it's like, oh hey, this is difficult, but at least I'm having fun, and oh hey, this is difficult, I'm not really having fun with this fight, it's really frustrating. And that's the point that Hollow Knight falls on so many times. Like, take the Collector, Zode. Fucking multiple bosses from Hollow Knight fall on that end of the scale, where it's not actually a fun fight anymore, and you're just getting your ass beat for a fucking video game where you could just easily download a mod and cheat it. And modded fights aren't free from this either. In fact, modded fights are the worst of it. Like, any Radiance is supposed to be a joke boss. It's supposed to be insanely difficult for the sake of just being difficult. It's not actually supposed to be a fun fight at all. You're not supposed to have fun with it. That's why I'm fine with any Radiance. But I'm not fine with stuff like, you know, Pale Court. Pale Court is supposed to be a fair challenge. It's supposed to be a good challenge for pretty cool abilities and stuff. Except what you get from Pale Court isn't that. What you get is a bunch of one-sided boss fights where you're just kind of there trying to survive just 5 fucking seconds so you can land one hit. And a bunch of charms are kind of just useless, aside from one charm that lets you actually do, like, this really cool thing that lets you actually shoot out fucking tentacles everywhere every time you lose a mask. Like, when you lose a mask, tentacles sync up to your attacks and shit. That's a cool charm, but it's not worth fighting through all of Pale Court. Pale Court just kind of sucks. Not to mention, it's designed for how it has... It's designed for, what's it called? It's designed for a lot of its bosses. The bosses itself are cool, but... definitely could have been done in a way that actually made the bosses fun and not just a one-sided fuck you-inator. Like, you know, bosses are supposed to be fun, not just fuck you, die. But that's not what the Pale Court offers. The Pale Court only offers fuck you die bosses. And that doesn't make for a fun fight. I don't get why people are obsessed with the mod, because the mod doesn't have any good fights. Maybe the... No. Even Isma's fight is insanely stupid. It just doesn't have any actually good fights. Not like, oh hey, these fights are hard, but you can learn them after a while. More like these fights are just pure fucking luck. You can learn them as much as you want. You can, like, you can literally know every possible outcome of the fight. Every possible thing they could ever do, and the exact ways they'd do it. and it would still just be a random bullshit type thing. Because if you just don't fucking kill them fast enough, if you're just not good enough at dodging, or if you just have some sort of random fucking shit go on, you'll just die to something stupid. Which, it sucks that the boss fights fall under the category of like shit fights. But none of them are an actual decent challenge. All of them are just pure luck based. If you manage to get the fights to work without too much incident, then good for you. I certainly as hell couldn't. The fights literally, sometimes the bosses just wouldn't take damage anymore, or sometimes the bosses straight up just would be insanely powerful for literally no reason. And that's not a good fight, and I'm tired of people pretending like it is. That's not what a good fight should look like. A good fight is, you know, one where you can go back every time. This is like the one I'm doing right now. This is a good fight. I can go back every time, and I can learn something new. And I'm slowly getting the hang of it. I don't mind that. Granted, would this fight have been over already if I had just a slightly longer needle? Yes. And that's literally just because, for some reason, they decided to remove just straight downward pogoing and have it at an angle now, which I don't get why they did that. Doesn't really give you anything good. But like stuff like the Pale Court mod, its fights are one-sided in a way to where it's not fun anymore. Like you're kind of just sitting there hoping you don't die. Like, I'm trying to read these telegraphs better. That's difficult. Okay. But like, what's a good example of this? Hegemol fight from Pale Court. That fight is probably the worst fight I've ever had to do. It's not because, oh my god, it was so fucking hard. It's, oh my god, it's meant to be so fucking hard, but it's so fucking easy because the people who made the mod don't know how to make a goddamn mod and don't know how to use collision. The fight itself, the collision is absolute bullshit the entire way through, and the people who made the mod clearly didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Because instead of setting it up to where it's a relatively balanced fight, it's, you have to dodge all sorts of shit with no fucking way to actually see it, most of it coming, so you just kind of hope to god you get it right. Unless you want to sink dozens of hours into learning all the fucking patterns, which takes way too long for a charm that's straight up just not worth it. But on top of that, the fight itself is just shitty. Like, it's just shittily designed. Not even like they fun shitty, but like the shitty, like, it's trying to be hard, but it's kind of just not, because of the fact that you can just jump up into a corner with any summons and just kind of let them kill Hegemol for you as you just sit there in the corner holding down a crystal dash the entire time. I literally, when I went to go fight Hegemol for the first, I finally figured out that strategy. I literally put a set of pliers on my E key, sat at the top corner of the arena, like as high up as I could go. And I just let my little spider things kill Hegemol for me while I went and watched One Piece in the living room. I wasn't even present for when I killed the fight. Like, for when I killed Hegemol. And that's literally it. The fights don't actually have any fucking motivation to them. The fights just feel empty and hollow, and that's not exactly how you make a boss fight. No disrespect to people who made the Pale Court mod. If you rebalanced your entire mod and remade all of your bosses, like actually made them good bosses, you would definitely have probably one of the best fucking bosses. You would probably have one of the best boss rush mods out there. Also, if you made the charms actually fucking useful, because like doing all that shit for overall less damage is just a shitty trade-off. Like the pure strike charm, it's just kind of shitty. Because it starts out at a normal speed, but then it increases every time you attack. Which, yeah, on the basis, that sounds like a pretty cool and really useful charm. Except it resets every time you get hit. So, any usefulness it may have had goes out the window because the charm is just poorly made. Like, yeah, when you're hitting shit and just focusing on trying to hit as fast as possible, you're gonna get hit a bunch. So the charm loses any sense of usefulness when literally all of its use cases is for hitting rocks or hitting anything that can't hit you back. Which, mind you, all of those die in one hit once you get the pure nail. So yeah, the pure strike charm just kind of sucks ass. Because you try to go use it on anything, on any bosses, especially any of the late game bosses, you know, like what you're supposed to do, because these fights are supposed to be late game. You're just gonna get absolutely obliterated because the fucking charm is poorly made. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Any use cases it could have are thrown out the window when you realize the fact that it fucking stops working if you're hit. Like, it resets once you get hit once. That's such a shitty charm. It's genuinely, like, actually such a bad charm. It's hilarious. Like, oh yeah, let me just walk up to Pure Vessel real quick and just repeatedly hit him, except for some fucking reason they decided to not make it, like, you know, after a while without hitting, but instead every time you get hit, it resets. And if you don't hit something in like, you know, I think it's like 3 to 5 seconds. If you don't hit something within like 3, maybe 5 seconds, I think, it will still reset it as well. Which means the most you're able to ever get off is like 3 times usual speed. Not 3 times usual speed, like 3 strikes, which is not good. Charm's especially useless if you take it to literally any fight that requires skill. Because the Charm's whole thing is just hack and slash and hope you win. But that entire use case goes out the window when you realize that Hollow Knight's not a hack and slash game. You have to actually strategize a bit, you have to actually learn shit. Or you have to die to shitty hitboxes. But yeah, any use cases that may have been there for that charm is completely thrown out the window because of the fact that they put it in Hollow Knight designed that way. That's not even the start of it. It's a charm that replaces all of your spells with pure vessel shit. Which, on the basis, that sounds cool. But you're just doing less damage. Because here's the thing, instead of making the charms actually make you stronger, what they do instead is they make it so that your spell is spread out across each one of these spikes. So instead of you having a massive fireball that does massive amounts of damage, you have 3 spikes that shoot out that do almost fucking jack shit for damage. All together do the massive amount. And that might be good if the spikes weren't so spread out. But it's spread out so the most you'll ever hit is like 1 or 2. And if it's a really large enemy and point blank, maybe you hit 3. Again, the lack of a double jump really hurts this game. This is not even like me being like, oh yeah, I miss Hollow Knight or whatever. This is you just like, I wish there was a double jump because the double jump would be really useful for this game. And maybe just an actually faster jump. Because, yeah, that's a bit slow. Of course, that death was a skill issue right there. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like every death is the game's fault. No, most of these deaths have been my fault. Still allowed to complain about like the things I noticed while playing the game. Like how uncomfortable some of the... Not really controls, because controls is on player's side, but like how uncomfortable some of the mechanics are. Like the ledge grab is pretty fucking cool and really useful. But, you know, stuff like the dashing right here. The way it's constantly inconsistent, like if you get any airtime, it just restarts. Motherfucker! Bro, why was he taking so long to get here? I should have just jumped up and healed. That was my bad. But why did he take so long to get there? What the hell? From what I could tell, at least, it was supposed to be like, as soon as you get too far away, it starts a beeline dash at you. But why did that one take so long? Like, did I run away while I was in the middle of starting another attack? That was weird. Yeah, I thought so. Hold on, I need to reverse real quick because I need to check out what the fuck happened there. I took damage to one of his attacks, but I didn't see the actual wind up for it. I'm at full health here. Take damage there. Heal here. Oh, I misread. That makes sense. I misread one of his telegraphs. I thought he was doing his telegraph for when he like shoots out the fucking spinning things, this things. I thought he was doing that telegraph, but he was actually doing a different telegraph. He did that telegraph like literally right after, and it just confused me. I am glad they're keeping something like the Stagways in here, though. Of course, he'll never be my boy, Old Stag. I'm gonna die, but at least I'm learning. I do really like this fight though. Like, it has its issues, sure. Especially with such a steep learning curve. It's still pretty damn cool though. That was annoying. You know. Fuck yeah. That was pretty sick. What the fuck happened to all the bells? This settlement, well, pilgrims. This settlement welcomes all who step the holy path. May you ease your shell within, that your strength renewed can carry your weight. Cutscene. Just one like, huh? Haunted Bellheart. Well, this is mildly traumatizing. I like it. I feel like something that a lot of Hollow Knight players, like a lot of players, like a lot of fans of games and stuff in general need to understand is criticism does not mean that the game's bad. And just because someone criticizes a game does not mean they're calling the game bad. They're calling a certain aspect of the game not really bad, but more just iffy. And that's fine. Well, I already hate this area. What the fuck is that? Okay, dog, can you piss off? Really? Thank you, game, for not letting me jump even though I was literally spamming it. Now I have to deal with that one annoying bitch again. And your aimbot ass aim. What the fuck? Dude, fuck off. Dude, fuck off. Why? This girl is so annoying. This area is very pretty. Man, I hate this. So, note to self, this is probably my least favorite area of the game. Who designed these fucking enemies, though? Dude, again. What the fuck? Ugh. Why are these enemies so fucking hard? I'm hating this place so much. Just friend. Damn fucking cheapskates. Putting a lot of faith in that Hornet. Well, I think it's about time we start doing this kind of shit. You know what I love about day one shit? Like, you know, doing games day one. There are no mods to clutch me. What the fuck? That's just gonna happen whenever I quit the game there. Needle child, Hawk. I encountered a settlement near here. At the core of a vein of old bells, the bugs there were snared silent on a web of silk. It seemed the pernicious trap of some unseen predator. I left quickly, making sure to avoid glimmering threads. I passed the town myself. The thread's sickness. I've seen its likes upon the roads. But there is There it does not discriminate. The crust that strikes the town, curse that strikes the town, it is driven, focus, a cold use of silk as a concerning scale. If the path permits it, I will investigate its source. One. I need 230. Yeah. I need 230 of these balls. Flies! Oh my god, I've missed these things. Oh yay. That's pretty cool, honestly. The way the map connects. So this is the map I have right now. Honestly, I can still see this being Hollow Knight because that map, you can't fucking... Yeah, that... This map design is like probably the most Hollow... Is that the King's Crest? Okay, well, I think I'm gonna get off now. I gotta get ready for school anyways. Alright, well. See you all later. Have a good day. I'll stream when I get home. I gotta get some sleep though. I'm tired. I'm gonna kill myself.